to cover. And when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, Elliott. It's a loss of 14 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
It's hard to stay mad at a player who fights for yardage, even if it's not successful. But on this play, I'm just looking at what the defense did. We always talk about gang tackling and getting more people to the football. How about the job they did there, the discipline they had? No matter how hard he fought, more and more people showed up and helped create that big loss of yardage there. That's the kind of play that the defense gets excited about. So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Bryant spread out to the right. 4th down, Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, 39 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes the Texans now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The play clock's running down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And now they're in the hurry-up. From the gun on 3rd down, Osweiler. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he coughed it up. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. Now Osweiler on 1st down. Setting up the screen for Miller. He chucks him aside.
Dumped him.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Barry Church. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Looking to throw, Prescott. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams in Arizona, those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Throwing, Prescott, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No,
you know I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they had been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
Prescott from the gun on third. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Prescott looks to throw on first. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Second down following the incompletion. They come up in an offset eye. To throw is Prescott. Deep drop. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And now out comes Houston. In not great starting field position here for the offense. So the D-line's going to spread out. After the interception, here's Osweiler. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
All right, here we go.
Second and 10. It's Osweiler again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. A big hook up there, Osweiler to Hopkins. 59 yards. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And now a first down following that long gain. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Throwing again, Osweiler. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw again is Osweiler. This will be caught at about the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on fourth down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do them much good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Osweiler on 4th down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Their big tight end. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They come out here in the eye. A first down carry by Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Second down throw for Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now the backup, Darren McFadden. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, time not on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
To throw is Osweiler. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Give them 16 on the pickup, and the Cowboys are going to get a 1st down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. This from 55 yards out. And the Texans scoop it. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come up in an offset eye. They go to Elliott again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Let's go! What? None! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's really coming to vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Now Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. He was trying to hit Darren McFadden out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here.
Flex round! Ohio! Flex round! Go! What? None! What? None! Flex round!
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go! What? None! Ohio! Check 3. Here we go! Check 26.
Prescott off the play fake to McFadden. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Let's go.
4th down, Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 26 yards on the play there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Ohio. Let's go. Grand 38.
Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So